All right, so today I have this sprouted planner. I'm gonna give you guys a review and I'm gonna show you exactly how I have it set up. So stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Nikki and I want to welcome you here to Carry Grace. Okay, so you guys know, if you have been here for any length of time, that planners get me super excited. I enjoy reviewing planners, I enjoy using planners, I enjoy setting up planners, I enjoy giving you all of the information on planners so that hopefully you can find the planner that is going to work the best for you. Sometimes it is hard to just look at pictures of a planner and not really be able to tell, is this a planner for me? So that's why I am here. So this is the Sprouted Planner. It is a new to me planner. I was not familiar with this company. I came across it on Instagram like just a few days ago and immediately ordered it because it kind of just looked like what I was needing at the time, honestly. So I started out this planner in a different planner that I still very much recommend, very much love. I am just in a different season right now. I've talked about that in some other videos. I ended up switching to another planner that I had because I have lots of planners, you guys know that. But it still kind of wasn't feeling like exactly the thing. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, I think that may be exactly what I need for my life right now, because the most important thing about a planner is that it needs to be able to function well for you in the season that you are in. Some planners are super flexible. They leave room for you to be able to do things and use them how you want. Other planners are super structured and are made for very specific things, and sometimes your season changes. This planner company, Sprouted Planner, I believe it was launched in 2020 by a lady named Heather, and I kind of loved her story. I've kind of been reading up on her, reading about the planner, because I like to I'm intrigued by these things. I love seeing women have a need, create the thing that they need to fill their need, and then offer it to other people. I think it's a beautiful thing and I will always support that. So we're going to open up this planner. I'm going to give you kind of a flip through. I'm going to tell you my thoughts. I'm going to give you some like stats about it, and then I'm going to show you how I have it set up for me right now. All right, so first things first, this Sprouted Planner came in this beautiful purple box. It's a really nice quality box. It also comes in like a plastic sleeve, and then it is also in a bubble sleeve on top of that. So it is packaged really well, which I appreciate. I wanted to kind of give you guys just a little bit of a comparison. This is the Sprouted Planner here on top, and then this is a Day Designer here on the bottom. You can see that the Day Designer is a good bit bigger. It's taller, it's wider. Thickness is probably pretty close, but it is definitely a little bit smaller, the Sprouted Planner, which is nice because I feel like that makes it a little bit more portable. All right, so when you open it up, you have your name page for you to write your name. There's also a little pocket. I'm not sure about the pocket. The good thing is I don't normally put much in a pocket, but this is totally gonna work for what I need. I usually just have a couple of things in here. And then when you continue to flip through, you have got a beautiful letter from Heather. And you guys, I read this, and this is kind of just her story, and it's beautiful. I'm not going to sit here and read it to you, but I love that this is in here. I love kind of her heart behind everything, and it's just a beautiful thing to read. The next thing you have is just some information about the planner. She kind of broke down how to use the planner. This is for intention as well as reflection. And then she kind of walks you through, you know, what's here. You've got a monthly calendar, weekly calendar, monthly reflection. So the next thing you've got is just a section that kind of goes through intentions versus goals. And then you've got a page to kind of work through some of those things. Then you've got a page that is all about people and how to be intentional. And you've also got a page to work through some of those things. All right, so this next page is your seasonal reminders. So you've got winter, spring, summer, and fall, and they are just basically aligned little checklist. So you can use this for all kinds of things. You can use it for random yearly subscription renewals, things you want to do during a specific season. You could use it for like a bucket list. You could use it for scheduling things, just whatever. but this is super nice. You could use it for like a cleaning list, things you want to do for the season. Right here, you've got kind of a grid page for your year at a glance. You've got a box for each month. These are good for like birthdays and anniversaries that you need to remember. You can use them for all different kinds of things. You could put goals in here, so many things. And I like that this is on a grid. The next thing you've got, I kind of covered up some of this because I did start filling this out, but you've got a year list. What are your hopes for the year ahead? So this is a place to write things that you would like to accomplish this year, which I like. I like all these kind of worksheet pages. I feel like they take some time to kind of really think about and figure out, but I always think that they're worth doing. Okay, right here you've got your 23 year at a glance, and then also your US holidays and observations. The next thing you have are 4 notes pages. I put a little sticky note there because I am going to use these to set up my morning routine, evening routine, daily focus, and then I'm going to define my zones. I'm kind of wanting to think a little bit about how I want to set it up, but I know that that is how I want to use these pages. I guess it's technically 3 notes pages because every month comes with a lined page on the front of the tab. So this page that I was calling the 4th page is actually your January lined notes page. All right, so I'm gonna start in a month that I haven't written anything, but something that I really, really like about this planner is that the monthly view has lines. Now this calendar is a little bit smaller than some that I have used before. However, I think that the layout is brilliant. Because there are lines, I can actually fill in a lot more. The other thing that I really like about this, which you will see here in a minute, is these lines are perfect for drawing lines with a highlighter. It fits perfect. The mild liner highlighters, like I use my ruler and I'm able to draw a line that fits and they're perfect. And we have like a lot of things usually on Sundays, and so I'm able to color code and fill all those things in. I've got plenty of room to write, and I like the lines because it helps me write neat, it helps me write small, and I feel like it just keeps everything looking super tidy. I also like that I don't feel like I need any stickers in this planner. I enjoy stickers from time to time. Most of the time though, I'm happy with just a pen or a pen and a highlighter. I really like highlighters, but sometimes I don't even take the time for that. Over here, you've got kind of a grid. You can use this to, write different information for maybe whatever week, or you can use it for a list. You've also got like a section up here for the sections that are in the front of the planner. There is a section for people, reminders, and your list. This is just your reminder to go back and check those lists, so anything that you need to pull from there to put in your month, you can do that, which I really like. The other thing that I really like is you get a checklist down here. So this is great for maybe if you want to list bills, or if you've got tasks that you like to, do each month, but maybe aren't day specific. This is a great place for things like that. You could also use it for like birthdays or anniversaries or just whatever. There's also a nice little box right here that you can use for so many different things. There's a nice quote up here. And then you've also got a monthly glance for the month before and the month after. I feel like this is a great use of space. This is something I'm super excited about. All right, so this is what your week looks like. Let me just say that this is beautiful. I was so excited to find this layout. I really, really like that there is a page for all of your like scheduling and things, and then there is a separate page for lists. So over here, you've got a box at the very top. You can use that for anything that you want. Maybe you've got like a top thing you want to focus on for the week, or maybe you want to write a quote in there, or maybe you want to just leave it blank so you have some white space. Lots of options. Over here, you have got lines for maybe like appointments, and then over here, maybe like your top 3 things for the day, or meals, or whatever. I like that nothing is labeled because that gives you the flexibility to use this in whatever way works for you. And the cool thing is maybe you do it one way this week and then another week is completely different. But because this isn't labeled, you can change it to make it work for you. So I really like that about that. There's also this little space underneath the like the date. You could put little things there as well if you wanted, which I thought was super cute. All right, so over here you have 2 separate checklists. There are 10 lines on each one. You could use this as one big to-do section for the week. You could break it down into either like personal or work or to-dos and errands or anything that you want. Right here you've got a grid section, kind of an open section, and then another gray box. Again, nothing is labeled, which means that this is going to be super flexible. You can use this in whatever way works for you right now. And as your life and seasons change, there is room for flexibility so that you can change things up. All right, so that is what the weekly page looks like. And then at the end of each month, you also have just a plain grid dot page. And then there is a page for your monthly reflections. So right here it says, review your calendar from the month. What stands out as memorable? What are you proud of? What did you struggle with? So this is where you are going to do some reflection, you know, on all the things from the month. Right here at the top of this section, I think every month is a little bit different. I believe it asks you different questions each month for these right here. This one for October says, where are you feeling misunderstood, unvalidated, or underappreciated? Who in your life do you think you are misunderstanding, invalidating, or underappreciating? Sometimes some of the questions that I've noticed in here were about friendships. Some of them were about goals for the year. So again, these are going to be a little bit different every month. And then down here at the bottom, you've got what are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you reading? What are you looking forward to? What are you feeling challenged or worried by? The thing I really like about this is some people really like having a place for reflection and writing through things, and some people don't. So if this is something that you like, you can fill all of this out. You could tear it out at the end of the year and keep it if you want to. Or if this is something that you don't want to do, it is on the front and back of one sheet. So you could tear this out and not use it if it's something that is not going to help you in the season that you are in. Maybe it feels like too much. You could take this out, not use it, and then you would simply go from a dot grid page to the notes page that is on the front of your next month. Okay, now I'm about to show you my favorite part of this planner. At the end of the planner, there is a section of note pages. Each note page has kind of a rectangle at the top that you can use to create like a header, like a name of the list or whatever. There are 62 blank notes pages. You guys, 62 note pages. This made me so excited because it is so hard for me sometimes when there's only 4 pages or 10 pages. I feel like I have to use them very specifically. I feel like if I use them for something, I'm going to get mad at myself because I should have saved it for something different. And then sometimes I end up not using them at all for that reason, which is ridiculous. But with 62 pages, I feel like, hey, I can just use these notes pages. I can use them for random lists if I need to. I can use them for whatever. So this is something that I am super excited about. And then in the very back of the planner, it is just plain. It does come with a ribbon bookmark that you can use. And then it also comes with this plastic ruler that just snaps in. Okay, so I wrote down a few things that I wanted to tell you guys because I know some of you will want to know. So your actual cover is 7.5 by 9 inches, including the binding. The planner, when closed, is 1 inch thick and it weighs 1.9 pounds. This paper, you guys, this paper is so good. This paper is 120 GSM or 80-pound paper. I told you about the 62 notes pages. The regular price on this planner is $40. It is currently on sale for $35. I know we're kind of getting into the year, and a lot of times planner companies put their planners on discount even more, so definitely look out for that. I don't know if she has sales or not, but it's definitely something to think about and look for if you're thinking about trying this planner. And then also I did reach out to Heather, and she was so generous and gave me a coupon code for you guys. So if you use the code nikki15, you can get 15% off of your purchase. All right, so I went through and back planned, and I really just liked it. And I thought it was funny that as I was looking through, I didn't have a lot of information from my previous planners to put on this page and fill out. The main thing though is, like, I enjoyed that I had a place to kind of back plan and put all of my monthly stuff in. The weekly stuff isn't as important. And then I just started setting things up. And I really like that, like I said, I like these lines. I like that it made it really easy for me to get a lot of information in. So one thing that I'm doing is I have decided that I'm going to start color coding. So I went through all of my highlighters, I pulled them out, I picked a color for like each person and then for some different things, and I just wrote what they represent with a Sharpie on the actual highlighter so that I don't forget. Now, if I end up not sticking with the actual color coding, I'm totally okay with that, but I felt like it was going to work really well in this and kind of just help me visually. Again, not necessary. I've never done this before. It may be too much for me to keep up with. We'll see, but I thought it was going to be worth a try. So we're going to see how that goes. I did want to show you though how I set my planner up for this week. So there's a lot of room here. So for each day, I ended up just putting like a dot on the last line so that I can fill our meals in right there. So this is also going to be where I put things that are timed, like timed appointments. That way I can glance at this super quickly, see where we need to be when. I used this little open box right here to just write in my daily focus. This is easy for me to glance at and just kind of remember what I'm actually supposed to be working on. It will help me decide the things that are most important that I need to do these particular days. And then over here, I thought about breaking this down into 2 separate lists, but I decided I wanted just one long to-do list. So I'm going to use this as my to-do list for the week. Right here, I just wrote Carry Grace. For me, that's my work. So if I have anything specific for my channel, you know, to-dos and things, notes, I can use that section for this. I really liked this grid section, and I wanted to be able to set this up to kind of keep up with some routines and things, but I needed to be able to do it very quickly. So the grid made this very easy to do. I didn't have to spend a lot of time on this. So I just have Monday through Sunday. I can just fill a check mark in every day once I've done my morning routine and my PM routine. Now, I don't have all of the steps listed out, but these routines are actual routines for me, and I don't really have to think about it. So I just kind of know, hey, I've done my morning routine. I can check it off. And then I also made a line for my zone cleaning. So right here, I've got zone 5, which is the living room. And each day that I spend 15 minutes working in my zone, I will just put a check mark. Right here, I have some kitchen tasks that I like to make sure I get to each week. So I just listed those tasks here. And then I have my tasks here that I typically do for my weekly home blessing, which is just my weekly cleaning. And I just listed those here so that I can check them off. I like it this way because even if I don't do it all in one day, that's okay. I still know kind of where I'm at, what needs to be done, and I can just check them off as I get to them. A lot of days I did my weekly cleaning in one day. Sometimes I spread it out. I still have this gray box down here. I don't really have a plan for it yet, but I do like that I have some extra space. All right, so again, the monthly planner. It has lines, it has places for so many things. Your weekly page is a nice open blank slate. You've got everything you need to do for the week, and then plenty of room over here to fill in the things that are priorities to you for the week. You've got plenty of room to fill things in. There's lots of note pages, and then in the very back, you have an entire 62 pages of just notes pages. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you today. Again, I'm so super excited about this planner. I was really excited that I found something that is going to fit my current needs right now. Very excited to share it with you. If you are in the market for something different, definitely give this one a look. If you guys have any more questions, please let me know in the comments. Maybe I skipped something that you would like to know. Let me know. I did not do a pen test. I did not think about that. I will tell you that I use a Pilot G2. This is the 0.38, and I used all of these mild liners without any trouble. These are just kind of my go-tos, and I didn't have any trouble with them. There was no bleeding, no shadowing, anything like that. So the paper is super, super nice. Again, it's like an 80-pound paper. It has just a little bit of grit to it. It's not like super, super smooth, but it doesn't have like a lot of texture to it either. It's kind of just a nice in-between paper. I really, really like it. It was very nice to write on. So those of you that are very interested in paper, those are my thoughts on the paper. Anyway, again, if you have any other questions, please let me know down below. I'm gonna list my coupon code right here again so that you can check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to my channel and not already subscribed, please consider subscribing down below, and I will see you guys soon.